Welcome to Narayan PU College online classes. So in the previous episode, we already completed balancing of redox reactions by using half reaction method or ion electron method. In this today's episode, we will discuss redox reactions in electrode process only. Redox reactions in what? Electrode process. So here we have to know type of cells only. We have two types of cells are there. One is electrolytic cell. The second one we have electrochemical cell. Electrochemical cell. So what is a electrolytic cell? Electrolytic cell, the cell in which electrical energy can be converted into chemical energy. Electrical energy converted into what? Chemical energy. So this is what type of cell? This is called as electrochemical cell only. So in this electrochemical cell, electrolytic cell, what is anode? And here what is a cathode? Here anode always a positive terminal, cathode always a negative terminal. Clear? So the next one we have electrochemical cell only. So what is electrochemical cell means here? So electrochemical cell we can define like this: chemical energy can be converted into electrical energy. Chemical energy can be converted into what? Electrical energy. In this electrochemical cell, electrochemical cell, what is anode and what is cathode means here anode is negative terminal. Anode is negative and here cathode is positive terminal only. Okay, so in this today's discussion we have to discuss regarding about here electrochemical cell only. So what is the example for this electrochemical cell? We take here galvanic cell only. Galvanic cell is the best example for this electrochemical cell only. So in this galvanic cell what happened means here chemical energy can be converted into what? Electrical energy. So here if you want to construct the galvanic cell, we have required here oxidation of half cell. This is one is required, and one more we have a reduction of half cell. And one more is required for this salt bridge only. Okay, these are the three components are required to construct what? Galvanic cell. So here what is the role of salt bridge? We will discuss here. Okay, or you can say function of salt bridge. So salt bridge is generally what here? Salt bridge is a inverted U-shaped glass tube. It is inverted U-shaped glass tube contains agar gel. It is just a jelly like substance only. Agar gel with electrolytes like here potassium chloride, potassium nitrate, and you can take here potassium sulfate, etc. So these are present inside the U-shaped glass tube, that is agar gel and what? Potassium chloride, potassium nitrate and potassium sulfate only. So generally why we have to use this salt bridge only? Salt bridge is used to what is the use of this salt bridge means? Salt bridge is used to complete the internal circuit only. it is used to complete internal circuit. And we can maintain one more point here, to maintain electrical neutrality. To maintain electrical neutrality. To maintain electrical neutrality. Okay. So like maintain electrical neutrality means what here? Mobility of cation or velocity of the cation is equal to velocity of the anion only. I will write here mobility of cation is equal to mobility of anion. Okay, and one more point also you can write regarding about salt bridge here, to prevent liquid junction potential only. To prevent liquid junction potential only. Liquid junction potential. So these are the functions of the salt bridge. It is inverted U-shaped glass tube, contains agar-agar gel with electrolyte potassium chloride, potassium nitrate, potassium sulfate. It is used to complete the internal circuit to maintain electrical neutrality. In this mobility of cation is equal to mobility of anion, to prevent the liquid junction potential. So this is the functions of the salt bridge zone. So now what we can take here, we have to take the oxidation of the half cell and reduction of the half cell. Both are interconnected with what? Salt bridge only. Now we will discuss how the construction of this galvanic cell. This is the construction of the galvanic cell only. The first part you can say oxidation of half cell. So here in this compartment I took here zinc rod can be dipped in the zinc sulfate solution, and another compartment I took here copper rod can be dipped in the copper sulfate solution. Both are having the same concentrations, that is 1 molar only. These two compartments interconnected by U-shaped inverted tube. This is called as what? Salt bridge zone. Here one gel is there, that is agar-agar gel. In that you can take an electrolyte KCl or KNO3, or you can take here K2SO4. That electrolyte you have to take in all. Now we will see this one of the compartment, what will happen here on. See this compartment, zinc rod can be dipped in the zinc sulfate solution. So zinc sulfate can be converted into what, ma? Zn+2 ions and SO4-2 ions are there. So you can imagine here in this solution Zn+2 ions are there. Now here what is the role of zinc rod means? Zinc rod can be converted into Zn+2 by loss of electrons only. Here zinc rod is there. This is zinc rod can be converted into Zn+2 ions by loss of 2 electrons only. So whenever the zinc rod can be lost 2 electrons, here what will happen here? Here it will produce what ions, ma? It produce what? Zn+2 ions. Already Zn+2 ions are there in the solution. Whenever the zinc rod gives extra Zn+ ion, what happened here? Here I will write concentration of Zn+2 ions increases only. Concentration of Zn+2 ions what, ma? Increases. Okay. Concentration of Zn+2 ions increases. Then what happened means here mass of zinc decreases. Mass of zinc is what, ma? Decreases. Clear? So this is regarding about this is the cell only. This is the half cell. In this half cell, what happened here? In this what happened? Oxidation takes place. So this is called as oxidation of the half cell only. Oxidation of the half cell. Now come to this compartment we have. So in this compartment you can see here what rod we have. Here we have copper rod is there. Here what ions are there? The Cu+2 ions are there. What ions are there, ma? Cu+2 ions are there. So this Cu+2 ions, okay, how it will be there here? The Cu+2 ions gains 2 electrons converted into copper only. Here how the 2 electrons will coming? The 2 electrons lost by zinc, it will move from like this only. Electron movement takes place from anode to cathode or zinc rod to the copper rod. So the 2 electrons gained by copper rod, then what happened here? Copper is what, ma? Deposited. Where it is deposited? It is deposited at the cathode only. Now we will see here the deposition of the copper will be takes place on like this. So gain of electrons what we are calling? Gain of electrons we are calling as what? Reduction only. So reduction takes place at what? in this half cell. So this is called as reduction of the half cell only. Reduction of the half cell. Here what happened here? Here Cu plus 2 ions are there. Here copper rod does not lose electrons. Here copper plus 2 ions are there. Copper plus 2 ions gain 2 electrons. Then what happened here? Mass of the copper is what? Deposited only. So here what happened here? Concentration of Cu plus 2 ions, okay, what here? Decreases. So concentration of Cu plus ions what? Decreases. But what happened here? Mass of copper increases. So mass of copper is what? Increases. Now what is the role of this salt bridge only? Suppose you did not use this salt bridge, then what happened here? Two cells are very close to each other. Then what happened? The two liquids are mixing with each other. Then what will happen here? There is a liquid-liquid junction potential is happened if you are not using salt bridge only. If you are using salt bridge, then what happened here? There is no chance for the formation of liquid-liquid potential. Now we will see here, suppose you are taking potassium chloride in this container. Here potassium chloride, they will give K plus ions, here what? Cl minus ions. These potassium ions are moves in this Zn plus 2 to this what solution? Oxidation of the half cell here. Cl minus ions can be moved to this compartment. Then what happened here? Neutralization of ions will be takes place only. Neutralization of ions will be takes place. We wrote one point here. Mobility of cation is equal to mobility of the anions. They will neutralize the charges, or they will neutralize the velocity of both cation and what? Anion. This is the role of which one? Salt bridge role. Now electron flow will be takes place from what? Here electron flow takes place from anode to cathode, or you will say zinc to copper only. Then current direction is what means here? Current can be moved from what direction means here? In this direction. So in this direction means what? Copper to zinc, or you can say cathode to the anode only. Here what happened here? Chemical reaction takes place. Due to this chemical reaction, what is liberate here? A current is generated only. In this one, what you can say, a chemical energy can be converted into what? Electrical energy. So this is example of what cell I told. This is example for electrochemical cell only. Now I will write the flow of electrons only. Flow of electrons. Flow of electrons from which one to which one? Anode to cathode. Anode to cathode, or you will write what here? Zinc rod to copper rod. Zinc to copper. Now we will see here flow of current. Flow of current from reverse direction only. What you will write here? You will write here cathode to anode. Cathode to anode, or you will write here copper to zinc only. Very important points here. So this is happened, or this is observed in galvanic cell, or you can say electrochemical cell only. Now we'll see here whenever a metal rod can be dipped in a metal, it's metal aqueous solution. Suppose suppose I am taking this half of the container. Here what rod I will put here? I will dip the rod in zinc rod only. This is a zinc rod. Already in this what solution we have? ZnSO4 solution is there. This is Zn plus 2 and SO4 minus 2. Here in this solution, what ions is present? The ions present is Zn plus 2 ions only. Then what happened here? There is a charge difference is there in the metal rod and its metal in its aqueous solution. Due to the charge difference, what will happen means here there is a potential is developed only. The potential is developed between metal rod and metal in its aqueous solution, that we are calling as a electrode potential only. What potential? Electrode potential only. Clear? Okay, here suppose if you take it is what type of cell? This is a oxidation only. This is the oxidation of the half cell. If the potential is developed in oxidation of half cell, that you are calling as a oxidation potential. During reduction, potential is developed, that we are calling as what? Reduction potential only. So this is the oxidation potential and what? Reduction potential only. So we will write one point here. During oxidation, potential is developed. Potential is developed between metal rod and its aqueous solution. Metal rod and its aqueous solution. This is called as what? This is called as oxidation potential only. This is called as what, ma? Oxidation potential is the potential difference between metal and metal in its aqueous solution. This is takes place in oxidation process. This is called as oxidation potential. Simply you are writing here OP. What is OP? Oxidation potential only. Now come to this second part only. During reduction, if we take this compound here what happened? Reduction will be takes place. Here copper rod is there. Here what ions are there? Cu plus ions are there. There is a charge difference is there. Due to the charge difference, what is developed? Potential is developed. It is what process? It is reduction process only. So I will write one point here. During reduction, potential is developed. Potential is developed between metal rod and its aqueous solution. And its aqueous solution is called as what? Is called as reduction potential only. What are calling reduction potential. So simply we are writing this what? RP only. OP means oxidation potential. RP means what? Reduction potential only. Suppose if the oxidation potential and the reduction potential can be measured at the standard conditions. What are the standard conditions here? Pressure is 1 atmosphere, concentration is 1 molar, temperature is, you can take room temperature 298 Kelvin or you can take 273 Kelvin. If these conditions, at these conditions, suppose you can measure that oxidation potential and reduction potential, that we are calling as a standard oxidation potential and standard reduction potential only. Means potentials can be measured at the standard conditions. We are calling as standard electrode potential. If it is an oxidation, we are calling as standard oxidation potential. If it is a reduction, we are calling as a standard reduction potential only. If you want to find out E cell for the given reaction, we can add anode plus cathode only. So here oxidation potential at anode and reduction potential at the cathode at standard conditions. I already mentioned the conditions here. So at this standard condition, what you are writing here, E naught cell is equal to standard oxidation potential plus standard reduction potential only. But we have to know one point here, reduction potential is equal to minus oxidation potential, or you can write oxidation potential is equal to minus reduction potential. If you want to write SRP is equal to minus SOP or SOP is equal to minus SRP only. In the problem they give an oxidation potential or reduction potential, you have to identify, then you can convert by using this relations only. Clear? So this is the formulas. So generally, if you are not using oxidation potential and reduction potential, how can you write here reaction with anode and the cathode only? I will write here E cell is equal to, okay, or you can write E naught cell is equal to E naught cathode, generally minus E naught anode only, or you will write here E naught cell is equal to, so what you can write here, E naught right minus E naught left, you are writing only. So this is the two formulas also we are using to find out the E naught of the cell. We are calling this is a EMF of the cell also. Clear? So after these formulas, we have to write the cell representation for this galvanic cell only. Okay, cell representation. How can you represent the cell only? Okay, metal and the aqueous solution of the metal can be separated by one vertical line. Oxidation of the half cell and the reduction of the half cell can be separated by two vertical lines only. Clear? I will see this one. So how can you write here? First we can write oxidation of half cell, Then you write two vertical lines. These two vertical lines represent what? Salt bridge only. Then you will write here reduction of half cell. Reduction of half cell only. Okay, if you want to see the oxidation part here, which here oxidation will be takes place here. In this oxidation takes place between zinc and Zn plus 2 ions only. So I will write here Zn plus 2 vertical lines. I already told you single vertical line is separated by metal and metal in its aqueous solution. So zinc is the metal, Zn plus 2 in what? Aqueous solution. Then two vertical lines represent what? Salt bridge only. So here reduction of half cell is there. Reduction of half cell, what happened here? Cu plus 2 ions convert into what? Cu ions only. So we will write here Cu plus 2 convert into what? Cu ions only. Sometimes here concentration also they will write. What is the concentration here? 1 molar. Within backside you 1 molar here. And here what is the concentration? It is also what? 1 molar. Here also you can mention the concentration only. So this is what? This is the representation of the cell reaction only. Oxidation of the half cell. This is the salt bridge. This is what? Reduction of the half cell only. From this you can find out what? E naught of the cell also you can find out here. So generally E naught what here? E naught cathode minus what? E naught anode. What is cathode here? E naught of Cu plus 2 bar Cu will write. So this is E naught of Cu plus 2 and what? Cu. This is what? Cathode. What is the anode here? We will write here E naught of Zn and what? Zn2 plus 1. So this is what? E naught of the cell for what reaction? Galvanic cell only. So in this way we have to identify the E naught of the cell. So this is regarding about calculation of the E naught of the cell representation and explanation of which one? Galvanic cell only. So just here small mistake written here. E naught cell is equal, what is the formula we have? Oxidation potential at anode and oxidation reduction potential at what? Cathode. So oxidation potential first what I wrote here? Reduction potential. Reduction potential at cathode plus oxidation potential at what? Anode only. So if you want to write the reaction reverse, how can I write here? E naught cell is equal to E naught of Cu plus 2 Cu. I will write one more expression here. E naught cell is equal to, I will write E naught of Cu plus 2 Cu minus E naught of Zn plus 2 Zn. So this is what? This is reduction. This is also what? Reduction only. Already I wrote one point what? Oxidation potential is equal to minus reduction potential. From this formula we can write this expression also. So E naught of Cu plus 2 minus E naught of Zn plus 2 and what? Zn. This is for what? E naught of the cell only. Sometimes we may get the confusion with which is anode and which is cathode in this galvanic cell, or you can say electrochemical cell only. To avoid the confusion, simply we can use one of the trick to identify the where the oxidation takes place, what is the charge of the anode and what is the charge of the cathode only. See this part here. I will write here lone only. So what is L represents here? L represents what? Left. Okay. And O represents here oxidation. O represent what? Oxidation. And capital A represents what? Anode only. Capital N represents what here? Negative terminal. Now you can easily identify here in galvanic cell or electrochemical cell. What happened here? Oxidation takes place at what? Anode. And what is the charge of that one? Negative charge only. So that is present in what? Left side only. Come to here RRCP. What is R here? First to R represent right. Second R represents reduction. Second R represent what? Reduction. And capital C represent cathode here. P represents what? Positive one. P represents positive. So reduction takes place at what? Cathode. Cathode which one terminal? A positive terminal only. It can be present in what? Right side. See this left side. This left side only. Left side what happened here? Oxidation takes place. Oxidation means takes place at what? Anode. What is the terminal we have? Negative terminal only. Come to this one, right part we have. This is the right part only. So what is the first side here? Right side. Right side is there. What happened here? Reduction takes place only. What is C here? This is a cathode. What is the terminal we have? This is the positive terminal only. So this is the way simply you can identify where the oxidation takes place and where the reduction takes place in a galvanic cell. This is a simple trick only to identify the anode and cathode, oxidation and what? Reduction only. So the next one I have electrochemical series only. What is electrochemical series means? Here elements are arranged increasing order of their reduction potential values, that we are calling as a electrochemical series only. So in this electrochemical series we have to identify the oxidizing agent and reducing agent by increasing order of their reduction potential, or we are calling as the standard reduction potential values only. Now we will see this point here. In electrochemical series, fluorine has highest reduction potential value. It undergoes reduction. Generally, fluorine is a non-metal only. Non-metal generally undergo what? Reduction. They can act as what? Oxidizing agent. Which is the strongest oxidizing agent means here? Fluorine is the strongest oxidizing agent only. Now come to the next point we have. In electrochemical series, this is Li. Li means what? Lithium only. Lithium. Lithium has lowest reduction potential values. It undergoes oxidation. Lithium is a metal. Generally metals undergo what? Oxidation by loss of electrons. So oxidation, it can act as a strongest reducing agent only. So in this electrochemical series, so the electrochemical series suppose start with the lithium and end with what? Fluorine only. Lithium means all the metals. Generally metals are having a negative reduction potential values, and here some non-metals and the noble metals having a positive reduction potential values only. See, I wrote here one of the simple shortcut only. Here negative SRP is there, middle hydrogen is there, here positive SRP is there. So negative SRP means here maybe metals are there, maybe alkali metals are there, alkali earth metals are there, D block elements also there. After that what we have? Hydrogen is there. This hydrogen electrode potential how much means here as 0. After the hydrogen, noble metals are there. What are the noble metals? Copper, silver, gold, platinum. These are called as what? Noble metals only. After noble metals what we have? Halogens are there. The halogens may be iodine, bromine, chlorine and fluorine only. Now you will see here it start with what? Lithium. I will write here. It start with what? Lithium only and ends with what? Fluorine only. Ends with what? Fluorine. So lithium negative value. Negative value means what? It is the least lowest SRP value. So lowest SRP value means acts as what? Strongest reducing agent. It's end with what? Fluorine. Fluorine, okay, can act as what? Strongest oxidizing agent only. So in the textbook they given values only. So no need to by heart the value. Just you can use this order what I wrote on the board. From this order you can identify the electrochemical series reactivity order only. Now we can see the reactivity order here. I'll write one code here, PSBC, PSBC, and one more here, MaZintl. Okay, and middle we have hydrogen is there. After that we have CHAAP is there. After that we have iodine, bromine, chlorine, fluorine is there. So this is the electrochemical series reactivity order we can say. So I'll write the first here lithium. So I'll write here lithium greater than. Okay, or you can see what is the code here. P represent potassium. What is the symbol of potassium? K only. Okay, and S represents sodium, B represents barium, C represents what? Calcium. This is the symbol of PSBC. What is PSBC? Potassium, sodium, barium and calcium. Clear? Next, M is there. What is M here? Magnesium only. Next, A means aluminum. Z means here zinc only. What is I means what? Iron, Fe. Next we have N is there. What is N here? Nickel. What are the next one we have? T is there, that is tin. And next we have L is there, that is what? Lead only. Again I am repeating here, MaZintl. M stand for magnesium, A stand for aluminum, Z stand for zinc, I stand for iron here, N stand for nickel, S, T stand for tin, L stand for what? Lead only. Now you will see this is hydrogen only. Okay, now you can see the next one we have CHAAP only. What is C here? C means copper. Okay, what is H? H means what? Mercury we have. Next, A represents silver. Next, A represent gold. Next, P represent what? Platinum. CHAAP, copper, mercury, silver, gold and platinum only. What are the next we have? Halogens are there. What are the halogens we have? iodine is there, bromine is there, chlorine is there, and what fluorine is there. So this is what reactivity order in the metals in what series? Electrochemical series only. If you keep the concept or if you keep this code in your mind, it is very easy to solve the questions based on electrochemical series. Mainly in the objective question they will give the questions based on which one means electrochemical series only. What are the code here? Just you can keep the lithium, okay, left for few minutes, and you can see PSBC, MaZintl, H, CH, AAP. This is particularly for which one? Metal order only. Okay, now we'll see what are the some of the important points from this one. You see here, some of the metals can be present before the hydrogen only. Before the hydrogen, what are the metals we have? You can say from lithium to lead. These metals can be present what? Before the hydrogen only. Okay, I will write here. Metals before hydrogen, they react with their reaction with dilute acids liberate hydrogen gas only. Metals which are present before the hydrogen, their reaction with what? Dilute acids, they liberate what? Hydrogen gas only. Now we will see next point, metals after hydrogen, metal after hydrogen, their reaction with dilute acids, they cannot liberate what gas? Hydrogen gas only. Okay, now we'll see here, lithium can displace all the metals from here, sodium to what? Lead you can displace. If we take sodium, they will displace the remaining metals. If we take the barium, they will displace the remaining metal. Like that, this is the reactivity order is there. Clear? So very important point here, metals before the hydrogen, after hydrogen all. If you see the non-metals here, generally if you see the non-metal or reactivity order here, or if you see the order here, what you can write? Lithium greater than, potassium greater than, sodium greater than, barium greater than, calcium greater than, magnesium greater than, aluminum greater than, zinc greater than, iron greater than, nickel greater than, tin greater than, lead greater than, hydrogen greater than, copper greater than, mercury greater than, silver greater than, gold greater than, and platinum only. So this is what? This is the reactivity series of the metals in electrochemical series. Particularly how to keep this concept in your mind, you can easily write this electrochemical series only. Or what about this non-metals reactivity series? Now we'll see particularly in the case of this non-metals only. So here what are the non-metals we have? Iodine is there, and here bromine is there, and chlorine is there, and fluorine is there. Okay, so generally fluorine having highest reduction potential value, it displaces, fluorine displaces chlorine, fluorine displaces the bromine, and bromine displaces the iodine only. Or you can write here fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, fluorine displaces the chlorine and bromine and iodine only. Come to this one, chlorine we have. If you take this chlorine, chlorine displaces the bromine and displaces the iodine only. If you take this one, chlorine displaces bromine and bromine displaces the iodine. But bromine only displays what? Iodine only. Bromine only displays what? Iodine only. From this simply you can say one point. Below non-metal displaces above non-metal. But above non-metal does not displace the below non-metal only. Or simply you can keep this order in your mind. You will easily get the reactivity for which one? Non-metals only. So this is the reactivity of the metals and non-metals from what series? From electrochemical series only. So based on this electrochemical series, we have to solve some of the questions. See, these are the questions which are related to electrochemical series only. See, the first question we have, can we store copper sulfate in a zinc vessel only? Here we have copper sulfate solution is there, and can we store this copper sulfate in a zinc vessel only? So suppose you want to solve this type of the questions, you have to know the metal reactivity series out all, that is from the electrochemical series only. If you want to solve this question, just you can keep this order in your mind, that is PSBC, MaZintl, H and CHAA pitch up you are taking. Now we'll see here, here copper is there. This represent what ma? Copper we have. This is copper, and here we have what ma? Zinc is there. So generally what is the reactivity order ma? Zinc is more reactive than copper. Zinc is more reactive than copper. Then what happened here? Suppose you want to store the copper sulfate in a zinc vessel, then what happened here? There is a chemical reaction takes place between zinc and what ma? Copper only. So zinc is more reactive than the copper. Then what happened here? Zinc reaction with copper sulfate, it gives rise to ZnSO4 plus what ma? Cu. So chemical reaction takes place, then what I can say? We cannot store copper sulfate in what ma? Zinc vessel only. See the second question we have. Second question what ma? Can we store zinc sulfate in a copper vessel only? This is opposite question. So what is the reactivity order generally? Zinc is more reactive than the copper. Zinc cannot be replaced by copper. Zinc cannot be replaced by copper means what happened? There is no chemical reaction takes place. So what is the answer here? We can store. So simply why? Zinc is more reactive than copper. So copper does not displace zinc from the zinc sulfate solution. So if the chemical reaction not takes place, then we can easily store zinc sulfate in what ma? Copper vessel only. Come to the third question answer we have. What is the answer here? What is the question here? Can we store silver nitrate solution in a copper vessel only? Silver nitrate solution gives what ions here? You can say this is Ag plus ions are there, and here copper vessel is there. So generally what is the reactivity order of copper and silver ma? Here copper is there, next after we have mercury, then what ma? Silver is there. So what we will write here? Copper is more reactive than the silver. Copper is more reactive than the silver. If copper is more reactive than the silver, then what happened? There is a chemical reaction takes place. Then what you can see here? AgNO3 plus Cu gives rise to what we will write here? CuNO3, or you can say CuNO3 take it 2 times what my here? Ag plus is there. So there is a chemical reaction takes place. So what is your order here? What is your answer? We cannot store. We cannot store silver nitrate in what ma? Copper vessel only. Come to the fourth question we have. Can we store copper sulfate solution in a silver vessel? Copper sulfate solution can we store in what ma? Silver vessel. Here copper is there and silver is there. Which is more reactive ma? Among copper and silver, copper is more reactive than the silver. So copper displaces silver, but silver does not displace what ma? Copper only. So we can simply write here, we can store here. We can store why? There is no chemical reaction takes place between what ma? Copper and what here? Silver only. Come to the next question we have. What is the next question? Can we store acids HCl and H2SO4 in a zinc vessel only? Zinc vessel only. If you want to write here Zn plus HCl, then what happened here? It will give ZnCl2 plus what? H2. If you take here Zn plus H2SO4, okay, then what you can say here? Zinc sulfate plus here also what is liberated ma? Hydrogen gas is liberated. So there is a chemical reaction takes place. Then what is the answer? We cannot store. We cannot store. Already I told on point. The metals which are present before the hydrogen, they will displace hydrogen from the dilute acids. The dilute acid may be HCl or H2SO4 only. But after the hydrogen, they cannot displace. Now we can see here zinc is there, here hydrogen is there. So zinc is present before the hydrogen or after the hydrogen? Zinc is present before the hydrogen. So it will displace hydrogen from the dilute acid. So what is your answer here? So we can store. Can we store acids or HCl in Zn vessel? No, we cannot store only. Come to the sixth question answer here. Can we store acids HCl or H2SO4 in copper vessel? In copper vessel. Acids are there. What are the acids we have? HCl or what ma? H2SO4 is there. What is the vessel we have? Copper vessel is there. So this copper vessel you can see. So copper is present after the hydrogen. Before the hydrogen means they displace hydrogen from the dilute acid. After the hydrogen, there is no displacement of hydrogen. So what you can say? We can store. We can store. Okay, acids in what ma? We can store acids in copper vessel. Simple point, you can say one more point also here. If you're regarding about the acid, suppose you are talking the metals which are having negative reduction potentials, the metals which are having negative reduction potential values, those metals, those metals, displace hydrogen from the dilute acids, those metals cannot be stored in acids only. Or the metals which are having a positive reduction potential values, those metals we can store it in what acids only. So these are some of the questions mainly based on which one, electrochemical series reactivity order. See the next question we have, 7th question. Can we store copper in FeSO4 solution? Or you can say, or you can write the question like this: can we store FeSO4 in a copper vessel? Also can write. So what is the reactive order of this copper and iron? Iron is more reactive than copper. Iron is more reactive than copper. According to this order, you can write here PSBC, MaZinTl. This is H. This is CHAAP. So C means what? Copper. Here I means what? Iron only. So iron is more reactive than copper. Copper cannot displace iron from FeSO4 solution. Then what happened here? We can store. So we can store what? Ferrous sulfate in a copper vessel, because iron is more reactive than copper. So copper does not displace iron from its aqueous solution. So this is the answer only. Come to the question number 8. We have consider the following sets only. The set 1, you can see, this is the set 1. What are the solution we have? Copper sulfate is there, here zinc is there. And the second solution we have, second component, the compartment we have copper sulfate and silver metal rod is there. And the third one we have copper sulfate is there, magnesium metal is there. So all 3 compartment or 3 vessels having same copper sulfate solution, but the metal rods are the different. First one you have zinc and copper vessel is there, zinc, and second one we have silver, and third one we have magnesium. Now we can see the questions we have. So blue color of the solution changes to colorless or fades in which of the following options we have. So here 1, 2, 3, and second option we have 1 and 2, third option we have 2 and 3, fourth option we have 1 and 3 only. Let us see the answer for this question only. Now we'll see the first compartment we have. Generally, what are the color of this copper sulfate solution? Means blue in color only. Blue in color only. Now here you can see the first compartment. What will happen here? Zinc can be, zinc is there, zinc plus what? Copper sulfate is there. So generally what happened here? There is a chance to form what? ZnSO4 plus what? Cu plus 2. Here blue color is there. This blue color changes to what? Colorless one. Why here? Because zinc is more reactive than copper. It displaces copper from its aqueous solution only. So first compartment you can say, in the first beaker we can say what happened here? The blue color solution changes to what? Colorless only. Now come to the second beaker we have. What is the second beaker? In the second beaker we have silver and copper is there. So what here? Silver is there. And what here? Copper sulfate is there. So generally you can see there is no chance for the reaction here. Why here? Here copper is more reactive than the silver. Copper is more reactive than the silver. So there is no reaction takes place. The blue color does not change on. Come to the third we have. What is the third we have? In the third beaker we have magnesium and copper sulfate. Here magnesium is there and copper sulfate is there. Then what will happen here? It will form magnesium sulfate plus Cu plus 2 ions we have. So here blue color changes to what? Here it is changes to what? Colorless only. So blue color of the solution changes to colorless. Why here? Magnesium is more reactive than the copper. You can see magnesium here and copper is there. Magnesium more reactive than the copper. Here what happened? The color of the solution changes to colorless, or you can say fades all. Now where the fades colorless will be takes place here? 1 and 3. 1 and 3 where is the possible here? Option 4 is the right answer for this question only. So this question mainly based on what? Electrochemical series. Now we'll see one more question. This is the NCERT question. You can see from 8.28 from your textbook. Arrange the following metals in the order in which they displace each other from the solution of their salt solid. You can arrange these metals in a increasing order of their reactivity, and you can say which metal displaces the next metal in this series only. The metals are given here: aluminum, copper, iron, magnesium, and zinc is given all. So now we can see here, you see this reactivity order here. Here what the first comes here? Here potassium is not there, sodium is not there, barium is not there, calcium is not there. What are the next here? Magnesium is there. You will write magnesium. Magnesium is more reactive. After what we have? Aluminum. Magnesium is more reactive than what? Aluminum. Next we have aluminum. After what we have here? Zinc is there. That is Zn. Zn after what is the high? I means what? Iron. So this is the reactivity order of the series here. Magnesium greater than aluminum, aluminum greater than zinc, zinc greater than what? Iron. So here magnesium you can take. Magnesium displaces what? Aluminum, zinc and iron. If we take aluminum, aluminum displaces zinc and what? Iron. If we take zinc, zinc displaces only what? Iron. Okay. So this is series you have to write. If you know this code, you can easily solve the questions based on electrochemical series. So the next question we have, this is the question given in NCERT, question number 8.29 from your textbook. Given standard electrode potentials, potassium, silver, mercury, magnesium and chromium is given with values they given. Arrange these metals in increasing order of their reducing power only. Increasing order of their reducing power only. So generally, how can you identify the best reducing agent? Means if the metal with lower reduction potential value, metal with what? Lower reduction potential value, that is having a highest reducing nature only. Now we will see here minus 2.93, 0.80, this is 0.79. and this is minus 2.37 and minus 0.74 volts is given only. Simply we can say lower the value, higher is the reducing power only. Here potassium is there, that is minus 2.93. Is there a negative values are there? This is minus 2.37 and minus 0.74, which is having highest reducing power, means here potassium only we have. After potassium, you can say here magnesium is there, chromium is there. What are the lower value next here? This is the magnesium only. So next after magnesium, what we have? Chromium is there. So chromium after you can see mercury is there, silver is there. What comes here? Mercury less than what? Silver only. So this is what? Increasing order of their reducing power only. If for a decreasing order, what? It is what order is given? They given increasing order. Decreasing order, what will get? Potassium greater than, magnesium greater than, chromium greater than, mercury greater than what? Silver only. This is what order here? This is a decreasing order only. Okay, see the next question we have 8.13 from your textbook only. See the question here, identify the substance oxidized, reduced and oxidizing agent and reducing agent for the each of the following reaction they are asking all. The first equation you can see 2AgBr plus C6H6O2 gives rise to 2Ag plus HBr plus C6H4O2 only. You see silver bromide here, Ag plus 1 here minus 1 only. Plus 1 minus 1. First you can identify silver and bromine in these compounds. Here silver in the form of pure form, that is elementary form, oxidation number is what? 0. Here hydrogen you will see here hydrogen plus 1, here Br minus 1 only. Here there is no change in the oxidation state of the Br minus. Wherever the hydrogens are there, they will show a positive oxidation state only, plus 1 you can see. Now in this case you can find out the carbon oxidation number, and in this case also you can find out the carbon oxidation number. From this you can see how can you identify the carbon oxidation number we have. We can apply the general method we have. This is 6x plus 6 minus 4 is equal to 0. 6x plus 2 is equal to 0. X equal to minus 2 by 6. You will write here minus 1 by 3. You can apply this one. Or generally what you will get here? Here what you will get here? This is 6x plus, this is 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. So 6x is equal to 0. So here carbon you will get 0. Here may be having some fractional value that you can write, suppose minus 1 by 3. Minus 1 by 3, suppose you are writing Then what you will get here? From this you can say simply silver, you can say silver plus 1 to 0. Plus 1 to 0 means what? Decreasing oxidation number. Decreasing oxidation number means what ma? Reduction. Here carbon minus 1 by 3 to what? 0. Increasing. This is called as what ma? Oxidation only. So what is the oxidation is this compound, reduction you can observe. Then what they ask here, what is the oxidizing agent and reducing agent? I will write here reducing agent. Reducing agent is equal to which undergo what ma? Oxidation. What is that one? C6H6O2. What is oxidizing agent which undergo reduction? That you can write AgBrO. Come to the next question we have. This is the answer for the first question. Here formaldehyde HCHO means you are calling as a formaldehyde or you call it as a methanol. It is a reaction with silver complex, and within presence of basic medium you will get Az plus HCO minus and what? NH3. Here you can identify the carbon oxidation state we have. Clear? So carbon oxidation state, what you will get here? Suppose I am writing here 1 plus X, or you can write 2 hydrogens here, 2 plus X minus 2 is equal to 0, X equal to 0 you got in this carbon. Now from this compound you can see, here what you will get ma? 1 plus X plus, here minus 4 you will write, 2 into 2 minus 4, that is equal to minus 1. X minus 3 is equal to minus 1. So X equal to what ma? Plus 2. Here oxidation state is what? Plus 2 for the carbon one. Carbon plus 2, here carbon is what? 0. I will write this one. So here carbon is 0 you will write, here carbon is what? Plus 2. Okay, now we will see my silver here. Silver in the form of metallic state, it is 0 only. Here NH3 is there. NH3 is a neutral molecule only. Neutral molecule means oxidation number is what? 0. I will write here Az how much ma? Plus 1 only. Here plus 1 is there. If you 2 multiply, 2 positive charge here is there. So you will see silver in the oxidation state what here? Here silver oxidation state what ma? Plus 1. Here what? 0. You see here. 0 plus 1 to 0. Decreasing is what? A reduction only. Now we will see the carbon oxidation state we have. Carbon oxidation state 0 to plus 2 means what ma? Oxidation only. So here you can write what is a reducing agent. Reducing agent means undergo oxidation, that is HCHO. And what is oxidizing agent here? Oxidizing agent means what? Which undergo reduction. You will write here AgNH3 taken what ma? Positive charge only. Come to the third one answer we have. Here formaldehyde is there, here formate ion is there, here plus 2 and what ma? 0 you will write, here copper plus 2, and here copper you will write how much ma? Plus 1 oxidation state only. So here carbon 0 to plus 2, 0 to plus 2 increasing oxidation. Here copper plus 2 to Cu2O, this is decreasing oxidation number, what are you calling? Reduction only. So what is a reducing agent here? Reducing agent is what ma? HCHO. Oxidizing agent is what here? Cu plus 2 only. So in this way you can identify oxidizing and what? Reducing agents. See this example, we have fourth example. N2H4 plus 2H2O gives rise to N2 plus 4H2O. N2H4 you are calling as hydrazine only. So to reaction with hydrogen peroxide, it will produce N2 and water. So N2 means what? Purest form, it is 0. Here water means oxidation state of oxygen is minus 2. Here peroxide oxygen is what ma? Minus 1 only. Here N2H4 you can say this is we'll write here 2x plus 4 is equal to 0, 2x equal to minus 4, x equal to minus 2 only. So what is the oxidation state of nitrogen in N2H4 ma? Minus 2 you got. So you will write the minus 2 here. This is minus 2. Here minus 2 to 0 and here minus 1 to minus 2 only. Minus 2 to 0, increasing oxidation number. This is called as oxidation. Here decreasing oxidation number from minus 1 to minus 1, minus 1 to minus 2. This is called as what? Reduction only. So what is here oxidizing agent and what is reducing agent? Oxidizing agent means what ma? Which undergo reduction. Here H2O2 is oxidizing agent and N2H4 is what ma? Reducing agent, because reducing agent which undergo oxidation only. Come to the next example, we have Pb plus PbO2 plus 2H4 gives rise to 2PbSO4 plus 2H2O. You will see the oxidation state of lead here. Here lead is 0. Here PbO2 I will write plus 4. Okay, and here H is plus 1, here minus 2, this is plus 6. And you can see the lead is here plus 2, and sulfur is here plus 6, oxygen minus 2, this is plus 1 and minus 2. So there is no change in the oxidation state of sulfur, hydrogen and oxygen. There is only change in the oxidation state of which one ma? Pb and PbO2. Here you can say Pb convert into what ma? Pb plus 2. So I will write only the oxidation state of lead only. Remaining already common means just I will write for understanding. Just I remove this one. And here you see the oxidation state here. Here Pb convert into Pb plus 2, increasing oxidation number. This is called as what ma? Oxidation. Here PbO2 convert into PbSO4. This is decreasing oxidation number. This is called as what? Reduction. What is oxidizing agent and what is a reducing agent? Oxidizing agent which undergo reduction. PbO2 is the oxidizing agent and Pb is the reducing agent only. So in this way you can identify oxidizing agent and what ma? Reducing agent. So this is 8.13 from your textbook. So the redox reactions completed only. So in the next episode we will start objective questions on this redox reaction chapter. You have to mainly concentrate on calculation of the oxidation number, balancing of the redox reaction in acidic medium and basic medium with two methods of reaction method and ion electronic method. And one more very important concentrations concept you can identify: questions on electrochemical series. You keep the what is the code is given, the code in your mind, you can easily solve the questions on what redox reactions chapter.